And pleasure to welcome back Tomas Tatar, who signed as a free agent with New Jersey last week. We'll open it up to questions for him this morning. As a reminder, send me a note and I'll add your question to the queue. We'll lead off with Ryan Novozinski, NJ.com.
Hey, Tomas, welcome back, man. Can you kind of walk us through this process? There were reports out there, maybe you were molding, kind of playing with other teams, maybe even playing overseas. I mean, what was kind of the deciding factor that brought you back to New Jersey?
Uh, Obviously it felt really special, when I played the game with Seattle at a Peru. I mean, you know, I've been in touch with all the guys through the most of the season, pretty much with the whole team. So it felt very good, to come back and play in the arena. So once the factor, came and the jersey was in the play, it's pretty easy decision, to come back and. Uh, Honestly, it feels like I'm coming home where I know everyone, know my teammates, know the staff, and it's very warming.
What was that? Can you kind of walk us through what that phone call with Fitzgerald was like on free agency day when you did make that make everything official? What that moment was like for you?
Honestly, like coming home. I know Fitzy very well. He's a great guy. It was easy. Like I said, I was very excited. Once I kind of figured, New Jersey's in a play, and like I said, it was pretty easy decision, for me, and to be a part of the Devils organization again.
Can you tell us some of the reactions that you've got, maybe from your former player, former teammates, and what that's kind of been like for you so far?
Yeah, like I said, it felt like I never left because I was in touch with most of the guys through the whole year, and once I figured I might be coming back. I wanted to keep it for myself as long as I could, but obviously it was leaking a little bit. So I was getting a few messages from the other guys, and once we get the deal done, I swear, almost everybody texted me. I was very happy, to be, like I said, a part of the Devils again, and be more than just a friend of guys and be their teammates again. And like I said, when you're joining a new team, obviously you're always happy when the some of the guys, reach out to you and say, "Hey, but this felt different. It feels like, the guy who they know is coming back, and he's a part of a family."
Knowing how things went with this team last season, I mean, how eager are you to get in and kind of want to right things, right the things that went wrong last season and contribute?
Yeah, I'm sure, there was a lot of disappointment. I mean, for a team with this quality and the talent, what we have, I think we're looking to achieve the highest thing we can. I mean, we all got to come ready and hungry, and hopefully, do everything we can, to be successful again. I think the fans deserve it, and the organization deserves it as well. Like I said, I had almost hard time to believe we Devils didn't make a playoff last season, but I think that's putting in more fire for everyone to come ready and come play and show what we can do.
Last for me, I mean, a fellow Slovak teammate of yours, Shimon Nemec, obviously had a great season last season. How excited are you to finally sit up with him?
It's funny, it all started with him at the Worlds, 2 years ago. Then he got selected by the Devils. I didn't get any time, to play with him as a teammate in NHL. I'm very excited to have a Slovak teammate. Hopefully I can help him and maybe guide him a little bit, to be more successful and get most out of him. I mean, he's a great kid. He listened a lot, through the Worlds, and I think he's going to be a very successful player in the NHL.
Thank you, Tomas.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. Our next question will go to Anthony Fusilli, MSG Network.
Hey, Thomas, welcome back.
Thank you.
When you were here last, you played at a very high level. Do you feel like you're able to achieve that again with this team?
I think I am. I got to play a lot the Worlds, and we were successful. We made it out of the group. You get to play the minutes you think you can handle, and I think I can move up and down the lineup, and still believe I can be very helpful for a team. Obviously it's not about individuals, it's about a team, and however we can help, to move forward and bring the results. I think everybody has to chip in some way and add more.
How much of it is an advantage to you that so many players on this team as far as chemistry?
Yeah, it's huge. Like I said, it was one of the factors. I mean, obviously, last season was a little bit disappointing for myself as well, and to coming back to a place where I do know the players. I know a lot of people. I know the staff. I know pretty much everyone. I know the area. It feels like coming home, and it's a lot less stressful for myself, and obviously I expect a lot from me too, to provide and help the team. So it's just a lot easier, to coming to a place, where you're so familiar than compared to coming to a new team.
And finally, there is some change, new coach, some new players. Any thoughts on this team and what you see?
Well, obviously the off season was very successful. The team looks to me, when I look at the paper, it looks very scary. Obviously having a new coach, coming, we might be some changes, what we have to adapt and we have to respect. But I think, not just speaking for myself, but I can say for everybody, is excited, and it's going to be a new challenge, and we have to hold the standard.
All the best, Thomas.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fuchs. Our next question go to Peter Baugh, The Athletic.
Hey Thomas, good to see you. I'm
See you.
curious, just what kind of was the timeline like during free agency? Like, did you talk to your agent at all going in about New Jersey maybe being a spot you'd want to go back to, or how did the conversations kind of start?
Yeah, you're pretty much right. I mean, we've been talking about the places, what could be the right fit, and we mentioned Jersey. He asked me how I felt there, and like I said, I was still in touch with a lot of the guys, through the season, and it was a big factor. I said, if Jersey would be interested, it would be, I would be honored to come back, and obviously help the team to go the right path again, and hopefully be successful again. So, once that ball gets started to talk, and Jersey all of a sudden showed interest, it was a pretty easy decision for me from that point.
You guys, the Devils signed a lot of free agents this offseason. It kind of Markstrom waived his no move clause to go there. Some good free agents went there. Do you get the sense that it's becoming maybe more of a destination where players want to play in the league at this point?
Yeah, I don't see a reason why. Like I said, the area is beautiful. If you look at the team, it's great. As an organization, Devils work very well. I think everybody, is very happy. And like I said, the off season was very strong, and I'm very excited to meet the new guys. So, from my perspective, playing against these players were very tough, and so it was very successful off season, and I think we became a stronger team.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Our next question go to Bill Spalding, MSG Networks.
Hey, Tomas, glad to have you back.
Thank you.
I'm curious, first off, a couple of years ago, you were one of a very limited number of vets and guys who'd been around for 10 plus years in the league on this team. Obviously, the group of guys that Fitzy went out and signed this year involve a lot of veterans, a lot of guys with experience. How do you think adding that mix of veteran leadership and guys who add some good stuff off the ice as well can help this team?
Well, coming back to first time when I signed with the Devils, it was a young team, but even these players, they got a lot of experience now. We went to the playoff, we played some playoff hockey. Those guys become a superstars in the league, and even the younger group all of a sudden have a lot of experience. But the additions, what we add through the off season, are all the guys who had experience with playoff hockey, and that's a full package. All of a sudden means it's a lot of experience. We have Andre, who won a few cups, and it's just a good mix. With the veterans and maybe younger players who now have the experience. So I mean, the expectations are high, and we have to show it. And like I said, I believe everyone is very excited for a season to start.
Obviously, and I know you said one of your strengths is that you can move up and down the lineup. But looking back again a couple of years ago, the one group where when you played with Nico and with Merce, some analytics had that as one of the best lines in the league. What was it about playing with those two guys that you think worked so well a couple of years ago?
Oh, we're really close, on and off the ice. Like I said, I've been in touch with a lot of the guys, even when we weren't teammates. But it was just very easy, Me, Nico, and Merce were talking a lot, off the ice. How we can help each other more. What can we do better to become, the best line, or how we can, help the team the most. And it's just, everybody, if someone had to say something, or bring something positive and helpful, we're all listening. So it was just, very easy to play with these two. And I'm just speaking for myself. I really enjoyed, the line. I mean, obviously, like I said, it's a new season. It's going to be a new camp, and nothing is handed. You have to earn everything. So don't really know how the lines will be structured, but like I said, I really enjoyed my time with these two, and we might be playing together again. We'll see. We'll have to see.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Our next question goes to Amanda Stein, NewJerseyDevils.com.
Hi, Tats. How are you?
Hey, how are you doing?
Good to see you. One of the things I've noticed from when you're talking about coming back and interviews that you did in Slovakia is you keep saying like it feels like I'm coming home. So I'm wondering like what is it about this team for you in particular, being in New Jersey in particular for you, feels that way because you have played on a lot of teams.
Just honestly, the bond in a locker room and with the teammates, I felt we were really close, and like I said, it's we were still in the touch, with everyone. I was wondering how guys are doing. They were texting me how I'm doing, through the season. So to coming to a locker room like that, when you feel like the bond and the camaraderie is there, it's just a great feeling. Plus, like I said, just to know, everyone from, team staff, and to have the, when I had a call with familiar faces, it's just a lot easier. And like I said, I really loved my time in New Jersey. It was kind of hard to leave, but I'm very happy that I'm back. Felt like I never left, really.
And then last for me, obviously it would have had to be a bit of a struggle last year for you, just being traded and just joining a team late in the off season. How tough was it for you mentally last year, especially as you're keeping in contact with everyone here in New Jersey? And then how do you kind of use that as a new type of motivation going into a new year?
Just to start the season, I was already hard. I signed a very late contract. So from the organizing standpoint, it was very hard to, organize things. Just coming to the season, I had to, leave the camp for a few days to go get my visa. It was just very messy from the start. So sign this early of the off season, and coming to the place like where I played, I know everyone, is just a lot easier. Now I can really focus on hockey and prepare for the season and try to come in the best possible shape to be able to have a good start and settle down. I mean, even in Jersey, I don't feel like I don't have to settle down, which is a lot easier. But like I said, it's awesome, to coming to the team where I already played and know everyone, and I'm super excited.
Was it the toughest year for you last year of your career?
Probably yes, just a lot of moving parts. Like I said, late signing, it was just very stressful. If I can tell how relaxed I feel now, coming
Yeah.
back and coming to Jersey is just such a different vibe for me. I like I said, I'm very excited. I can't wait, the season to start. I wish I would be back right now already there in Jersey and start, preparing with the team.
All right, good to see you, and we'll see you soon in
You
Jersey.
too. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Amanda. Next question will go to James Nichols, New Jersey Hockey Now.
Hey, Tomas, welcome back.
Hey, James. Thank you.
I'm just wondering, you talked about some of the struggles that you went through in the process last year and throughout the year. What did you learn about the free agency process and having gone through what you did?
It's kind of tricky, I mean, that wasn't my first free agency, so it's not like, my first free agency brought me to Jersey. So, um, I mean, like I said, it was very weird, last year, especially after the success, what we had as a team in New Jersey, and how everything smooth went that season, and all of a sudden it just, next thing you know, everything's going a little, slower and not as stable from the start of the season. So it was just very stressful, like I say, there are, certain moments you regret some things, and or you would do something, maybe some stuff very different, but you can learn from everything pretty much. So this way, the life led me back to Jersey, and I'm super excited, to come back and play for the Devils again.
And having gone through a year playing away from New Jersey, are you coming back the same player, or is there anything maybe a little bit different about your game, maybe your mentality that you're excited to implement in this second stint with New Jersey?
Oh, I don't think I changed as a player. After the trade, to Seattle, I got to play a lot. I really enjoy my time there. But like I said, it was just a lot of stress until that point, and we had a good stretch there where we were chasing the playoff. Then we slipped. I mean, obviously, I'm disappointed too. There's NHL, you don't get to play that much. Everything is valuable every year, especially at my age. And I wanted to make it to the playoff every year, so you know, it felt a little bit like, it wasn't ideal and you can't take it back. But like I said, I'm really looking forward, to push with the team who I know really well to be successful. I can really tell how disappointed guys because they didn't make it. So, I want to help, we as a team, we want to really push, to be in a position like last time before I left.
And last one for me, does it feel like you're coming back to the same team with just some new personnel and a new head coach, or does it feel like it's going to be a new experience?
A little bit of both, obviously. Coming back and having a lot of the same teammates feels great. And then on the other hand, we have a new coach. There might be a new system. We'll have to learn some stuff, but I think everybody's eager to learn and play hockey. So I mean, it's going to be challenging, but with the talent, with the hard work, what I know the guys, it should be smooth. So, like I said, I'm really looking forward to camp to start and see where everyone is, and like I said, to do everything we can to start right off.
Thanks, Tomas. See you soon.
Thank you. See you.
Thanks, James. Our next question will go to Lou Orlando, WFUV.
Hey, Tomas. Obviously, the last couple of years in the Metro, the Rangers and Carolina have kind of been the two top dogs there. Given the offseason flurry that New Jersey just did, how do you feel you stack up in the Metro?
Good. Like I said, I was really excited with the additions, what we brought. They're all players who are very tough to play against from my experience. So now I'm very happy I have them as a teammate. Obviously, the Metro is very hard, but at the same time, you want to focus on yourself and keep stacking the points to play well and play good hockey. I mean, at the end of the year, it's all about the team you have and what you do, to be able to make the playoffs and make the push there.
But then, especially locally, Islanders, Rangers, Devils. 2 years ago, you all make the playoffs. Last year, it's Rangers and Islanders. Does it feel any different in that local tri-state area when you have all three of those teams so competitive and all vying for playoff positions?
Yeah, like I said, that season was very special. We played good. We played well. It was fun. We played the Rangers in a playoff. That the atmosphere and everything was just tremendous. So I really enjoyed it. I'm looking for a competition like that again. Hopefully we'll play well, and those kind of games and those kind of playoff matchups will make you a better hockey player. So I'm very excited. I'm excited. Our division is tough. That's a challenge, but you have to embrace it.
Thanks a lot, Tomas.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lou. Our last question will go to Catherine Bogart, NADTV.
Hey, Tomas, welcome back. The team is
Hey.
starting their season overseas in Czech. I mean, for you, even though you're from a neighboring country, what's the excitement about being able to play over there in Europe to start the season?
I'm very excited, to be honest. I didn't know. I mean, because I was still watching, the Devils. I knew they got to play the game in Prague, and I was just like, wow, that's so cool. But by the time I signed the contract, I absolutely forgot about it. And then Andre reminded me that I was just like, yes, that's awesome. I'm so happy, just to get the chance to play NHL game with the Devils in front of my family and friends. That's it's a lifetime opportunity, and I'm very excited. I'm sure there's many of them will come. Like you said, it's very close. I think it's like 3 hours from where I live, car drive. So I'm expecting a lot, I guess, at the game, and it would be very cool to play in front of them and win and play the NHL game.
Thank you. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And Tats, thank you for taking time this afternoon. Hope everyone has a great week. Can't wait to see Tomas back in Jersey.
Thank you so much, guys. See you soon.